and that could have been just a game over for USYD.
Absolutely, and I think Twitch chat is kind of agreeing with you, and they're saying a lot that they liked in that New South Wales side, because Twitch chat was actually saying New South Wales was going to win. Granted, I'm pretty sure if we were to take the combined Twitch chat like predictions throughout the entirety of this tournament, they've gotten maybe 2 games right, so they'd be at like what, 5%?
I think they'd be at the same percentage as me.
Yeah, which is very low.
Yeah,
very, very low. Because you are always Mr. Contradictory and picked against logic and reason, which you're not supposed to be doing. That's the play-by-play's job.
I know. The color caster. Imagine the color caster picking by by his heart instead of by the numbers.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's my job. I pick stupid picks. But you know who doesn't pick stupid picks? New South Wales or USYD, as they're going to be, again, going for that misfortune for one Thomas Shen. We saw him pull off those bullet times before. He was deadly accurate with them. Not to mention the exact same 3 bans actually coming from this USYD side as well. One of those bans that we didn't talk about last time was mid-cam on that Shyvana. We've seen him do disgusting things going that hard AP Shyvana. I think USYD saw that as well during that semifinals against Swinburne and said, nope. Not today. None of that. Get it out of here. Lulu being locked in, so a bit of a change of pace for one Vegan Bandit. It is another Enchantress support, but one with a bit more, I'd suppose, counterplay involved.
Yeah, I think Lulu is one of those champions who, yes, Janna is incredibly safe, but Lulu allows you to take that safety and push that on to the advantage and push that on the offensive, especially when you take the likes of a Wukong compared like tied in, the potential for a Wukong, Cyclone into knock up into Cyclone is pretty scary, as we see the the Olaf getting picked up. So either this could be the signature Zoranis top Udisoft. Not Udisoft, Olaf. My brain is not.
No, that's Udisoft. Like that. What people don't realize is Olaf is actually, designed based off Udisoft after a week of isolation where he locked himself in a closet with some weights for 1 week straight, and he came out looking like that, and they're like, oh, that's our next champion. It's Olaf.
Yeah, that's exactly how it was made. They pick up the Pike as well. That's going to be a scary, scary pickup, as Vayne getting picked up for UNSW. Hyper carry. That team is looking...
Okay.
Very interesting. Both teams, picking some interesting champions, opting to pick the bot lane completely in the first draft. So, no counter picks coming in the bot lane there.
You know how before we were kind of joking about, making picks based off of our heart instead of our mind? Well, my heart is telling me something very special about New South Wales right now. I'm thinking, yeah, that Vayne's cool and all. You know what else is cool? Vayne top. You know what?
Yeah.
Let's throw Vayne into Olaf. That's great. You want to know why we want Vayne top? I want that Yasuo. I want that Yasuo in that bot lane right now, New South Wales. Let's see it. This is a heart pick. My
Diana
heart is
Yasuo.
Screaming. Yes, Diana Yasuo. Perfect. Let's see it. Let's go full Steel Tempest fun times on the New South Wales side. I don't think we're going to see that, but we won't be seeing the J4 either. So that would have been another good knock-up tool in case they did opt to go that direction. I'm feeling Yasuo. I want it. I want it so bad. And Twitch chat, you have to agree with me. Hello, Twitch chat. This is me looking at you. Don't you guys want Yasuo as well right now?
It's not out of the realm of possibility. Was it UNSW? Who was it that played the Diana Yasuo last time?
Ooh, yeah, we did see it before.
We did see that combo before. I don't remember if it was UNSW or not.
I think it was USYD.
Well, they maybe just pulled it against them. We might see the Yas Diana. If they're listening, pick the Yas Diana. If you're going to go out on a fun note.
Well, I mean, it's only game 2, right? There's still plenty of league elections to be had. This isn't even championship point yet, so let's not go too crazy yet. It could happen. It probably won't, but you never know. What we do know is we won't be seeing that Echo Syndra matchup yet again, as both have been banned out. And Nice Joke's going to opt for his Victor. We've seen this a few times already in this tournament. He is a very, very solid Victor, one of the more damagey control mages out there. So definitely a nice lockup. And there's another strong control mage with Syndra off the board, and that is Orianna. We've seen some insane Zoot shockwaves time and time again. He has actually been an absolute master on that Orianna thus far. And mixed with a Pike or an Olaf or a Hecarim in this instance, well, those are a lot of strong ball delivery systems. And once more, the Orianna hover right there. There is a lot of dive coming from this USYD side.
I will admit, I am surprised that UNSW didn't opt for the Orianna themselves with the, heavy team comms that they've gone for. They have some pretty solid ball delivery systems in the form of an invisible Wukong, who can then land double knockups into, the Lulu ulti into whatever they want, as we actually might see the Rengar getting picked up here.
Yeah, I mean, jungle is that last spot available on. That sadly does mean no Yasuo today, unless it's a jungle Yasuo bait. You never know. Okay, it's not going to happen. I'm sad. They needed the Orianna for that shockwave to really enable Yasuo. So I understand New South Wales. They're gonna let the Yasuo slide this time. They're gonna give themselves the pretty kitty Rengar, the real pretty kitty, the OG pretty kitties. Yumi can get out of here with whatever she is. It's all about Rengar today. Going to be working with that Victor in the mid lane, one would have to assume. And there is damage aplenty on this New South Wales side.
Oh, yeah. Definitely going for that early just run down USYD. I think they realized that, hey, we have the potential to get that advantage against USYD. And the team comp also goes for that, mid to late game just dominance if they can get that point. If Mincam can get full bone tooth stacks and some items, if Ozo can get, Bork and whatever he needs, Nice Joke can get stacking, that's a scary, scary team.
We were baited again, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that, but we got baited hard again.
Did we?
We did, by the University of Sydney side. Now, throughout the tournament, as you guys who have been watching would know, that, Zornos Olaf has been a thing time and time again. You give Ubisoft the Jarvan, he would take the Olaf, they kind of wreck face. So we see Olaf get locked in. It's like, all right, that's going to be going top lane. Now all's right and good in the world. Funny us, we fell for that. Now, Zornos is actually taking the Hecarim in the top lane in this one, and Ubisoft will finally be playing said Olaf, the champion based off him. So I guess that makes sense. A little bit of a switch up right there, and that is why he is known as Sticky Ricky, all right? Because he can always throw you off, and you never know who's going where with his picks and bans. And again, I was fooled.
Well, Hecarim top is still a very strong pick, and especially with the jungle presence that they have, has the potential to really, really throw out some people. Get that movement speed going. I don't care how good you are at the game, you will not be able to resist an E from a 3,000 movement speed Hecarim. Knocking you out of your team.
Won't.
Knocking you out of your team.
I don't know how he's going to get that 3,000 movement speed, but if it happens, you know what? There you go.
Hecarim will always find a way to get 3,000 movement speed, because you don't build the damage, you don't build anything. You build movement speed for ball delivery system, and that is your job. You are the Uber Eats of Oriannas, and you just get in, get out.
Okay, normally I would be with you with that metaphor and that story, but guess what? We're going on a tangent real quick. I had an interesting experience with Uber Eats the other day where I was, I was watching the tracker system. All the guy has to do is drive straight. Just drive straight. No turning. You make it to the house. He did not go straight. I think there was about 3 or 4 turns made on his journey. He even stopped a block and a half away from my place and then called me asking for help. So I'm hoping that Hecarim, understands sometimes the correct answer is to go straight, and he doesn't make oh wait, you don't live at Gromp? My apologies. Let me drive to Wolves instead. It's like, no, we need you mid lane. Anyways, that went off the rails quickly. Point is, Uber Eats, it's not always the most reliable, but this ball delivery system is going to have to be for Sydney to find some key advantages in these team fights. And this, granted, it's not just the ball delivery, it's also the movement speed that this Orianna is going to bring as well, which could maybe turn things into that one-shot Hecarim. There was a time when I was convinced Rikai and this University of Sydney team was going to go for that strategy. It hasn't happened. I don't think it's going to anymore, but this could be the closest that we get to it.
Yeah, this could be the closest we get to that, 3,000 movement speed Hecarim one-shot that we like to see in all the clickbait titles. So I'm really excited to see how Zoranis is going to pilot that Hecarim in the top lane, because if it's piloted well, that can really throw a spanner in the works for the University of New South Wales, as that ulti coming across their team can really, really throw their throw their ability to team fight front to back out the window.
I am breaking scripts so hard right now. One second. I'm still caught up on the Uber Eats thing. I really need to showcase how bad this was. You've got me on this tangent right now, and I'm going to go on a tirade against Uber Eats until we are done. I even drew up a little diagram that I'm just sending to the producers right now of what exactly happened. And if they can get that up and on the screen, I would be so happy. So you can really understand of how badly an Uber Eats ball delivery system can actually go right now. And anyways, we will be kicking off this game very, very soon. Once we do get into it, then, we'll be able to play it through. I just, Uber Eats, man. That's all I gotta say is Uber Eats. Okay, good. We're on to the Summoner's Rift itself. I was hoping that was going to be my little picture, but not to be the case. This is more what people want to watch. This is what we have in store for us. The University of Sydney on the blue side, New South Wales on the red side. It is the University of Sydney, one game up in this best of 5, looking to take themselves to tournament point.
Yeah, they're really wanting to try push this game, get them to that tournament point, one away from, undefeated victory in this Intervarsity Championship. So this is the game that they have to do it. If they want to get undefeated through the entire thing, they've really got to play incredibly well here. As it looks like Hecarim tried to get some deep vision, maybe managed to get some, I can't tell. And Zoot's just going to have fun sitting there in the mid lane.
Yep, I mean, again, nothing too crazy, unless, of course, we see a pick being set up, a small death bush down there in that bot lane forward. Kind of that bait, but no one's going to bite it just yet, so Sydney's going to go ahead and look for some invadage action. Going to look to establish that buff control, and Batty is going to walk straight into it. Batty, look at the map! Look at where you are! He walked straight into them! Oh, no! Not like this!
Yeah, not like this at all. I don't know if he was looking elsewhere or what happened there, but
he was looking elsewhere.
But there's a little thing called turning around, which is really, really helpful in those situations. Really unfortunate, for UNSW. They were playing, they had a good team fight and a good team comp ready and set up, but now it looks like USYD already one kill onto Thomas Shen, who was so pivotal in that last game. They might just try push that advantage in the bot lane super hard as we press into the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to get a first blood before minions rel and truly spawn. Batty going to lose out on a bit of experience, going to lose out on a bit of gold. We won't see that gold difference until Thomas Shen backs, however, so first blood is very, very handy. That little bit of experience also might open the door for a cheeky level 3 or 4 play, perhaps, if they're feeling really ambitious, but New South Wales already trying to return the favor. A later invade coming from mid-camp might actually get himself that kill. However, it is an Olaf, and mid-camp has to be careful. Doesn't get the damage out of the bush, and things go from bad to worse for this red side.
Yeah, that is not what you want if you are mid-camp and the side of UNSW, as you've got a kill onto the ADC, and now your jungle pick has just died to the enemy jungle. Burst, use the summoner spell. It's not looking great for the early game for UNSW, as it's a complete reversal of what happened last game with, USYD actually 2 kills down early game.
Yeah, but as we've mentioned before, USYD, when they get a lead, they do not let it go. And even if it's a small lead like this, I can see this having disastrous snowballing effects against this New South Wales side. You already have a Pike Misfortune lane with a lead, and you can see it in effect right now. Batty has just been unable to farm anything. Udisoft actually might be in a bit of trouble right here. The 2v1 will be held in the gravity well, but Zoot is going to make his way down, gives a bit of a shield. Flash does have to be burned, so New South Wales can't get the kill back, but they do get the flash, and that is going to inhibit any chance of an Udisoft gank, I feel like, until level 6.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's not the worst thing.
Oh, yeah. Midcam again going for round 2, and he should win this one, one would think, as Udisoft had already been damaged, so that will be blue buff secured. It doesn't look as if anyone's going to roam down and try to harass Udisoft off it, which is surprising because Zoot does have mid lane to himself, was able to get a bit of a solo kill, it looked like. Or no, it was the roam up from bot lane. Thomas Shen actually got that kill on 2. Nice.
That's a very interesting set that's happened in the last couple minutes, as effectively jungle reset itself. Mincam used a flash to try and get a kill onto Udisoft and died. Udisoft used flash, died. So Mincam and Udisoft sort of reset themselves, as Mincam might be trying to go for a gank here on that one caster minion that stepped up a little too far.
Yep. So we're not going to be seeing the gank this time around. Xarnos kind of sussing it out, will back off for now and get that vision down, is able to spot mid cam as bot lane Thomas Shen with the 2 kills. Again, just zoning poor Batty out of this one. This matchup going heavily in the blue side's favor right now. Mid lane as well is starting to really shove in and punish Nice Joke. As you can see, Zoot starting to roam around. He did use teleport to sort of possibly get a deeper gank play. Look how deep that ward is on the bot side jungle against the University of New South Wales. With that deep vision, Ubisoft's going to go ahead and start up this Infernal Drake. So Sydney, yeah, they did give a kill back, but they're still playing as if they have a massive lead.
Yeah, and that's what I like about them, is that they are able to play like that. But, ooh, never mind. I thought there was going to be a potential, Dragon steal there, but it looks like they're going to pick that Dragon up, and if you are Mincam, you're in a potential world of hurt.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a scary situation, but he'll just walk out of it. I don't think Sydney is going to dive that deep for kills on the jungler just yet. However, they definitely will look for plays in the bot side, knowing that the jungler is not around. Batty, in a world of hurt, does get the condemn against Thomas Shen into the wall, and that leads forward on his own. A lot of damage being thrown back, but Thomas Shen steps back up there. He's taking a bit of time. He was switching targets, making use of that passive, but the damage is not quite there. Flash used to dodge the hook from Batty, so he will stay alive for now, and a very volatile bot lane.
Yeah, and a very good condemn coming out of Batty there to pretty much save his life. If he didn't condemn Thomas Shen there, it was game over for Batty there, as it still might be game over potentially, as Forward just putting a lot of pressure on this bot lane.
Yeah, I mean, that kill threshold is at pretty much an all-time high, so the spacing and zoning that Forward can actually put down against Batty and Vegan Bandit kind of keeps them out of this lane right now, and that's the worst situation to be in, because you want to stay and farm, but you also kind of have to back, because otherwise you can't do anything. But then if you back, you're going to lose tower plates, and that bot lane's going to get even more ahead. And it's just a bad time right now for Batty and Vegan Bandit. So sort of that lose-lose situation, especially with all the junglers on the top half of the map right now. And even your topside jungle is starting to fall apart, as Ubisoft is going to go ahead and steal away that red buff. It looks like has the help of both Xarnos and Zoot around him. And University of New South Wales, they're not having that same early game success that we saw in game 1.
Yeah, they're not having that same success in that early, that they managed to get in game 1. By this point, Mincam had I think 2 or 3 kills, and yes, Zorinus was able to get a kill back at one point, but even so, UNSW looked very well ahead in the last game, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like they've been able to, take what they learned from last game and push that this game, as Zoot gets a free kill in the mid lane.
Yeah, I was about to try to bring the attention down there. Zoot was able to find one mid-cam, not arriving in time to make that save. He should be safe himself, however, despite the pressure from both the Zoot and Forward, who was starting to roam. Now we're starting to see those roams that we were hoping to see in game number 1. Perhaps the Pyke, that stronger pick than the Bard, as he does get the stun on the Vegan Bandit. That should be the Lulu going down. Ignite and Flash was burned. Shen flashes over the wall, but flashes the wrong way, and Midcam is here to return the favor. Batty able to find Forward, and Thomas Shen in bad situation will at least get 1 kill back. He's going to try to hold off Batty right now, making a rain, keeping Batty slow. The double shot does not do a lot, and Batty will eventually find that killer, will he? With the heal and the turnaround, it's a 1-for-1. Oh my goodness, Thomas Shen thought he had it earlier than that. Sorry, Batty thought he had it earlier, but was late in using the heal, and they wind up trading. My goodness.
That was really, really well played by Thomas Shen. An unfortunate flash in the wrong direction, trying to catch out Vegan Bandit. But at the end of the day, 2 kills going over to Thomas Shen for what should have been nothing. There should have been no kills getting picked up, maybe 1 onto Vegan Bandit there, but Batty had no reason to die there.
No, he did not. Now Ubisoft trying to go one-on-one against Ozo, but the Cyclones are available, and they are just shredding right now that health of Ubisoft, but Xarnos will arrive in time to make the save, so Ubisoft will just walk out of that one alive, and now with no Cyclone available, this lane belongs to Xarnos.
Yeah, this lane belongs to him, and nothing really came of that, unfortunately. Flash used by Ozo as well. Meanwhile, Xarnos still has Ignite available as well.
Okay, not sure what happened there. Looks like Mincam was just caught out by the duo of Forward and Thomas Shen. This bot lane just getting more and more roaming pressure down, as Thomas Shen 5 kills already in the first 9.5 minutes. Now, we have seen this before, and sometimes Thomas Shen can get a little bit over aggressive once he starts getting a lot of kills under his belt. So Definitely going to be something to stay mindful of. However, if Thomas Shen can use this lead to his advantage, this game could start to accelerate at a moment's notice.
Yeah, this could really just get out of hand very quickly, as it looks like we might be getting a lane gank from Mincam here.
But it might be too late because Vegan Bandit's in a lot of trouble. The Wild Growth used on themselves, but Mincam has arrived, looking to chunk forward, right back down. Thomas Shen is going to drop the bullet time too little too late, but does get one kill back. Mincam doesn't have the damage to secure the kill on Thomas Shen, who's going to try and chase the Rengar down. Gets that kill, and the Condemn doesn't pin Shen against the wall, but Shen walks back into the bush. How does he get that triple kill? Are you kidding me? Thomas Shen stays alive, and New South Wales cannot get anything to go their way.
Oh, New South Wales, this is not where you want to be. Yeah, that's about worst case scenario if you are on the side of UNSW, as Thomas Shen picking up a triple kill here. Oh, that's just so...
How does he win this trade? Batty just has to auto once, but gets stuck against the wall somehow. I think there was a canceled auto in that we couldn't really see because of the bush. That's the only logical explanation I can think, because Batty's build is all attack speed. Oh, it's heartbreaking.
I don't know what happened there. That is, yeah, that's the only word to describe it. Heartbreaking for the side of UNSW, as now it's going to be incredibly hard to deal with a 8-1 misfortune.
Okay, so we've been a little bit broken record, I do admit. Just talking about how USYD with the lead, they can't give it up, they just win. They're now nearly at a 8K lead. Actually, it's about a 6K lead. Okay, 6K lead at 11.5 minutes. This game is completely in their control, and you can see they're feeling confident. Zornos, once again, in a 2v1 situation, will get out just fine, buying time for forward to arrive, but we're not going to see the continued fight. Zornos kind of been that silent rock in this one. Been winning lane as per usual, forcing Ozo to use bad Cyclones with some help from UNSW, and it's just... nothing is going New South Wales' way. Ooh, flash to avoid the shockwave.
Yeah, and even those sort of things, getting the flashes out the way mean that those roaming plays from forward, who has played a much better game this game than his Bard game last, game 1. Actually, there's a fight about to probably break out.
It does look like we could be seeing that fight right now, as New South Wales does not want UNSW to get that red buff. Send the cavalry, send everyone. 4 people trying to stop this Olaf, but he's just going to flash, not even use Ragnarok, and walk away. They don't get the ultimate, but they do get the flash, and I guess they get their red buff, but that was a lot of resources used for not a lot of reward.
It was a lot of time dedicated to, sitting in those bushes waiting for UNSW to make that play, as they only just pick up the red buff now. Meanwhile, Thomas Shen and Forward were able to just push in that top lane, as they're just going to keep pushing in, this mid and top. So if you're UNSW right now, you're in a very scary position, because you're about to get surrounded.
Yeah, I am starting to get more and more concerned for this New South Wales side in this game. Again, this is the type of game Sydney likes to play. They get an early lead and they just sort of run away with it. Granted, it's not normally the bot lane that gets this far ahead. Normally when we're looking at this, it's like, all right, UNSW has that 85 kill participation. Zornos has about 80 himself, and bot lane has about 50%. Well, this time around, it is 80% on Thomas Shen, and really, it's just been Thomas Shen and Forward just doing all of the lifting in this game, and they are so much of a factor right now that wherever this misfortune shows up on the map, New South Wales is going to have to react to it.
Yeah, if they don't react to it, it's just game over for them in reality, because right now, USYD is 6 kills ahead, and, it's not impossible for UNSW to come back, but it is going to be very, very difficult, especially the fact that, 8 of those 10 kills are on Thomas Shen on the misfortune. So if there's a good team fight breaks out for USYD, that bullet time is going to absolutely delete UNSW from the face of the earth.
Now, I know you're saying, the game's not over yet, and technically you are correct, but this is something I'm just going to propose to everyone out there who's listening, and go ahead and Twitch at me your answer for that. I'm curious. Should there be a mercy rule in League of Legends where if you get like a 10k lead at the 15-minute mark, or maybe even the 20-minute mark, like the game's just over then? Because like you said, they're almost at a 10k lead, and it hasn't been 15 minutes yet, and they're knocking on that door. If this fight goes their way, they might actually get it. That said, New South Wales are looking to collapse on the 3 members of Sydney. They're not going to find it, but back to my previous point, mercy rule. It's times like this where I kind of feel like, maybe that kind of should be the case.
Well, I don't You know, I agree at some points there should be, you know, the ability to do so, but we've seen bigger comebacks in this tournament.
True.
Even just in this tournament.
Ooh,
that was a very aggressive shockwave. We've seen bigger comebacks in this tournament alone. So I think, you know, it's all well and good. Zoranis doing what Zoranis does best, which is winning games. In this, getting those kills in the bot lane. Overall, yep. I think it's, you know, these I'm trying to make points and everyone keeps dying.
Yeah, no. This is not a game for colorcasters. This is a game for fighting. We base ourselves off of the LPL. It is fight, and Zoot gets jumped upon by Ozo right now, who's going to have to try and run away from a very angry Orianna. Cyclone is dropped, gets knockup number 1. Although the damage is still going Zoot's way. Cyclone number 2 might buy some time, but the flash into the ball is not enough to turn things around. Ozo will secure himself this first kill of the game.
Really, really good 1v1 there by Ozo. Still might end up dying for his sins, but...
Udisoft going to drop Ragnarok, and that should help secure the deal. But another challenger will approach. It's Batty's turn to fight in the top lane duel arena. Udisoft not really wanting a part of this vein right now. Will instead walk away and take the coward's way out. Very un-Olaf of himself, as down in mid lane, bullet time has been dropped forward, was able to find mid-cam, but might get caught out for it. That's a nice joke. He couldn't decide where to go for. That hesitation might actually allow Forward to escape right now. Hook thrown, no one caught, as Vegan Bandit keeping good spacing for the moment.
And that's what we were talking about, where we said one good bullet time could just delete the team, because with the combination of the Pike and the Misfortune, any little bit of damage that comes out from them is just going to absolutely remove people from this game.
Yeah, that is the case in this situation. And again, look, you get caught out of position, you die. You play passively under tower, we just discovered you die as well. You enter the dueling arena, you might get a kill, but eventually you will die. It just seems like every choice New South Wales is making at the moment, it ends in death. And until they find, you know, that secret combination that maybe gets some more deaths on the other side than their own, they're going to be in trouble. And this could be it right now. This cheeky little dragon play as Midcamp is able to find Forward. Shockwave doesn't come close to hitting anyone. Very uncharacteristic of Zoot, actually. He's missed more shockwaves in this game than any other game before, but here comes Zornos. He's going to trample right over the top of Midcam. He's going to try to run away. Has the help of being again with that wild growth, but the damage is far too high out of Zornos, as he will pick up that kill. On the other side, Batty was zoning everyone else out, but Zornos and Zoot, they don't care. They want Lulu for dinner, and they are eating good today, as the double kill does go over to Zornos. Thomashen looks to rejoin the fight, but is immediately cut down by Ozo. However, the rest of Sydney is here, and they're looking at that duo of Batty and Nice Joke, and they're thinking Batty is a bit more delicious right now. A third kill for Zornos in this fight, who might get that unofficial penta if things do continue. That said, there is still an Ocean Drake, the catalyst of this fight, up for grabs, and Zoot is heading straight for it.
He might can pick up another kill here onto Ozo if he's not lucky.
Oh yeah, Ozo's gone. He's gone. He's Forward, the man who was caught initially, is the one who actually gets that kill, but Nice Joke is still going to try and delay that dragon. Those are low health bars, but his is a little bit lower. The execute comes into play, and Forward gets himself a double.
Yeah, you know how I said earlier that, like, anything's still on the table? Can I retract that statement?
Nope, you stand by that. No mercy rule. We play this through.
Rule. Yeah, no, it's looking bad, if I'm being honest. Like, the damage alone from Forward, like, the execute threshold is massive right now. And the damage coming out of Udisoft, Zoranis, Zoot, Shen is pretty much able to delete anyone in a matter of 1 to 2 shots. We saw there the strength of that Zoranis-Zoot combo, where they chuck the ball on him as he hits the E, and Zoot just pops the W and absolutely deletes people off the face of the planet. And that's where that big burst damage was coming from, was the combination of the Zoranis E and the Zoot W just melting Mincam and Vegan Bandit off the face of the planet. So right now, if you are USYD, you're in a great position. Your ADC is, 2 items and nearly, building into his 3rd item. The enemy ADC is, 40 CS down and only on 1 item. So you're in a very, very good position.
Yeah, I mean, going back to what we were kind of joking about before, actually, hold on that thought, because Udisoft is about to get another kill, this time on the Nice Joke. Ragnarok is popped. Zoot is there with the shockwave, pulling him back and securing the kill for himself. All right, kill aside right now. we were talking about a mercy rule. Let's actually make the no mercy rule a thing where if you're 10k down, that lead doubles. You just get a free 10k gold for being 10k up at 15 minutes. 2v4 potential situation right here. Ozo has already dropped the Cyclone, but we'll be looking to back out of this. And here comes Maycam trying to turn things around. Gets a nice little chunk, but will die for it. Ozo tries to make the save. He'll fall as well. So more kills going to the Sydney side, as in the 2v2 situation, Ubisoft and Zoot are going to win time and time again. That is 4 deaths currently on the side of New South Wales. Sydney continues to push forward, and now if we were to enact the no mercy rule, their gold lead would double, and the game would essentially end. Granted, it might end without the need of that new rule in place.
Yeah, I think it's going to end without the need of your no mercy rule, as they're pretty much... Ubisoft going for the quick back, it looks like. They're going to try push down onto these towers, and I imagine they're going to go straight onto that Baron the second they get the chance.
Baron, yeah, I mean, you can also wait about 2.5 minutes to get yourself a Dragon Soul as well, an Ocean Soul, so as you siege this base, there is pretty much nothing New South Wales can do to stop it. Sydney, this is the Sydney we were expecting to see. This is what happened when these two teams met during the regular season. Ooh, no execute there for forward, actually has to back out, and that is a critical ultimate gone, so don't want to speak too soon. New South Wales might be able to find a pick here.
Yeah, they may be able to find a pick. It is something to take note of that Thomas Shens. Ooh, wow.
Zornos is actually the one looking for a pick. He doesn't have the damage. Oh, never mind. Batty just disappeared from my screen. I believe there might have been a bug there, because 1 second he was there, the next he was gone. A couple other deaths did happen on the back end of that as well, as New South Wales is down to Nice Joke and Ozo, or should I say really just Nice Joke, because Ozo is just flashing out of there. He wants no part of this base defense, so that means Nice Joke will fall on his own some lonesome. The inhibitor will be the next to go, as Ozo was able to recall in the safety of his own jungle, but the base has been cracked open, the Baron has been started, and it is just a matter of time before USYD moves to match and tournament point.
Yeah, this is the USYD that we know from the tournament. This is, they feel like they're more themselves. Last game, they didn't feel themselves. This time, they're doing those 20-minute games, 17, 19, nearly 20, K gold lead at 20 minutes. So this is the USYD that we know and love. And unfortunately for UNSW, it didn't look like they were able to adapt from last game, as Batty waiting just to either catch waves or, doesn't want to get caught out by anyone on that team. Because we've seen the damage not only coming out of Shen, Zoranus, and Ubisoft, but the absolute one-shot coming out of Zoot currently is ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still going back to the Vegan Warrior Coliseum. That was probably my favorite Hecarim I've ever seen. I don't entirely remember who played it, and I am sorry for that. But I do believe Rakai was actually coaching the opposing team to it. But it was one of those classic cases of, we're going to do the Hecarim Yuumi Zillion combo. And that was insane. This is now my second favorite Hecarim, because it's similar things. He comes galloping out of nowhere and gets that kill, but until he gets to the 3k movement speed, is it really a Hecarim? I don't really know. Ozo gets chunked immediately, but still finds a way to get on the Zoot, connects with the Cyclone, but will die for it, and Zoot will stay alive. Thomas Shen returning that damage right back around, is able to find the kill onto Batty, as the rest of Sydney keeps on marching forward. They've gotten 2 kills, but they want a couple towers and maybe a Nexus as well, because they want 2 games at the end of it all. The next inhibitor will be going down quite quickly as Zoot and Ubisoft chunk it away on the top half of the map. That is where the New South Wales is trying to make their stand, but in the middle of it all is Ford, just a completely obliterating Nice Joke despite dropping that ultimate. Yes, he does fall. Thomas Shen and Ubisoft were able to run down the other members. They'll get the ace. They'll get the game. The University of Sydney are 1 game away from taking this tournament.
1 game away from an undefeated season in this tournament, and